Hello, this is Jam Master Daniel 96, and in today's video, it's going to be more of a rambling video, and it's like an off-scripted rambling video, and it's me addressing the controversy of the sequel trilogy being remade and why it's not going to happen. So let's begin. Well, you've heard about about the sequels being remade, and like from the guy called Doomcock, who's one of the Phantom Menace members. Is this, spreading this false information about the sequels being remade, which ain't gonna happen. He's just making stuff up to get his attention, kind of thing, which pretty much what the Phantom Menace is. They'll just say some nonsense to get your attention and your views and all that kind of stuff. And then that's pretty much how much of a joke they are, the Phantom Menace, where they just want your attention and all that, and it's pretty much a pointless thing. And even in the beginning, I thought the whole boycott thing was pointless anyway. But yeah, that's just my little brief thoughts on the Phantom Menace. And with that, the whole sequel trilogy being made, if you love the sequels, you hated them or indifferent about them, they're going to remain as is. If you like it or not, the sequels will be the sequel trilogy as we know it. With The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, they will be the Star Wars Episode 7, 8, and 9 as they are. Even back then, there was the whole thing. I remember always hearing about they should remake the prequels, but that never happened because that was, from a generation, and the prequels are the prequels, and even, people like me who grew up with the prequels, that was, our generation of Star Wars movies. And with the younger generation now, the sequel trilogy is their generation of Star Wars. Star Wars isn't a superhero, like the superhero movies where they have all these reboots and stuff, stuff like that, like how you have all these constant Spider-Man movie reboots and all that, and then you have all these multiple Batman movie continuities. It's not like that. Star Wars isn't like that kind of thing. They have the expanding universe and the new canon, but that's a different thing. But I'm talking about the movies. With the movies, it's all the movies always come first, and with that, it's like a generational thing. Like you had, the fans who grew up with the original trilogy. Then you had the fans who grew up in between trilogies, even when the Expand Universe first, was reviving Star Wars in the 90s. You had that generation. Then you have the prequel generation. Then you have the generation who grew up when the Clone Wars series was originally airing. Then you have the newer generation now who grew up with the sequel trilogy and Rogue One and Solo and all the other Disney stuff, It's a generational thing. And then, you'll have the generation who will grow up on the upcoming Taika Waititi movie and the potential Rian Johnson trilogy. You'll have that generation, and much more generations to come with the Star Wars franchise. And, with that, and then also, do the sequel trilogy have flaws? Yes. And we can all agree, the sequel trilogy wasn't, planned out with that cohesive vision, is where J.J. Abrams had the seeds planted with The Force Awakens, then Rian Johnson wanted to do his thing with The Last Jedi, and then J.J. wanted to do his thing with The Rise of Skywalker, so that's that there. We can all definitely agree with that, but that's a discussion for another time. But yeah, with the whole sequel trilogy being remade, it's not reported by all these leakers like Making Star Wars Newsnet and all that. And it's not even reported by like the Hollywood Reporter. It's just a whole false rumor. And there's definitely no way in heck that Disney is gonna and Lucasfilm will reboot the sequel trilogy and reboot it from scratch. It's not gonna happen. Lucasfilm is gonna move on with all the other stuff, with The Mandalorian, the Kenobi series, the Cassian series, the Taika Waititi movie, and the potential, Rian Johnson trilogy and all the other stuff to come. They're going to move on with that stuff and all the whole High Republic stuff. that's what Lucasfilm has their big focus on with the new content. They're moving on from the sequels. They're done, and it's time to move on to newer things for the Star Wars franchise. They're not going to go backwards and remake the sequels, and that's pretty much all I gotta say in this video. So, this was, a little rambly, but that's pretty much what this video was. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below, share this video to spread the word about the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time with another video. Bye.